I said before that I really wanted to talk about the ending of Lilo and Stitch and that I was afraid about the internet and what the internet was going to say, but I'm pretty tired of what the internet is saying, and I'm going to right this ship. So this is your spoiler warning for the ending of Lilo and Stitch. I'm sure you already know it already, but if not, go see the movie. Just go see the movie. I highly recommend it. So this is why everything that you hate about the Lilo and Stitch ending is completely unfounded and wrong. And to help me do this, I made a numbered list. Okay, I put a second light on, and it's kind of hitting even more than it was. Like, okay, second light is good to go. My first point. If you are saying that Nani gives up Lilo and is breaking Ohana, then you fundamentally misunderstood the entire movie you just watched. First of all, Nani doesn't give up Lilo. What Nani does is Nani gives parental guardianship to Tutu, the elderly grandmother of David, I think. I'm not sure about their family dynamic so much, but she is a grandmother figure to both Lilo and Nani, and she assists them many times throughout the movie. Like, she's the one that brings Lilo to the dog pound. Like, we're setting up the motherly parent figure that Tutu can give to Lilo in this movie. Like, Tutu isn't some random stranger is what I'm trying to say. Ohana also has much broader values in this movie. It's more about found family, a community supporting those that can't support themselves. Something that I think the original animated movie right there missed completely. Like, Nani and Lilo are kind of on their own until the US government through Cobra Bubbles and the United Galactic Federation kind of intervene, putting Stitch on the island, Jumba and Pleakley, and with the government assistance, they're kind of able to get their home back in standing. That being said, it does feel like throughout the rest of the movies and the TV series, the Nani kinda is keeping things afloat on her own. Furthermore, just because Nani isn't the parental guardian of Lilo does not mean their Ohana is broken. They're still sisters at the end of the day. That's never gonna change. My second big point is that if you are mad that any changes were made from the original animation to the live action adaptation / remake, I don't know what to tell you. That's just such an artistically bankrupt expectation of a movie. Like, why would you want the same thing just with real people? Like, at that point, just go watch the original movie. You're wasting everyone's time. However, I do agree that this story, Lilo and Stitch, the world that we're in, works better in an animated world. The fact that the aliens can still remain aliens, but in poorly made disguises, drag, for Pleakley example, it works better in the animated sense. But on the flip side, if you're putting something that's still low fantasy in a realistic reality, our world setting, you have to match the morals and the child safety standards that exist in the real world. Number 3, Nani giving up guardianship to the approval of the state is culturally insensitive and is being pushed a lot by white people that shouldn't have any say into whether that's insensitive or not, even me. However, I'm still going to give my perspective. From my understanding of the Indian Child Welfare Act, the decisions that the characters make, especially the social worker, follows the law in keeping Lilo amongst her kin and not displacing her from her culture itself. Like, again, she's not being shipped to some white couple somewhere that just want a little, Hawaiian kid. Like, it's not that evil. I don't know why we're making it out to be. And I highly doubt that Tia Carrera, a native Hawaiian, the voice of the animated Nani, who also helped develop that character when they were making the original movie, and Amy Hill, who was the voice of Mrs. Hasagawa in the original film, would return to be such pivotal characters for the future of these sisters if they thought it was insensitive and morally bankrupt. We're so fast to assume people are going to take these jobs and do these things just because of a paycheck. And I really don't think these people would, especially the writers of this movie. And I just don't think anyone's gonna want to make a bad movie, Point number 4, assuming that a 19-year-old Nani is realistically going to be able to be a good parent to a 6-year-old Lilo at this stage of both of their lives is absurd from what we see in the movie. It's also absurd to get angry at Nani for going to college on the mainland, which is something Lilo wants to happen. Like, Lilo and every other character around Nani is supporting Nani to go to college, go live your life, figure out what you want to be as an adult, live your dreams. Ohana also means Nani can't be left behind. Yes, Nani is not going to be physically next to her sister, but we see in the movie that there's technology that's able for them to be close next to each other. Like, this, it's insane that people are getting mad about this. Also, just because Nani lives on an island that is surrounded by water and fish does not mean there's going to be a university there that will teach her everything in marine biology and get her the resume and like things that she needs to have a career in this field is fucking stupid. Me living in the Florida Panhandle, the beach is right fucking there. Should I have gotten a marine biology degree from the university down the road? No, I went down to South Florida to Nova Southeastern University because that's where I knew my best education for marine biology was going to be. Like, it's fucking bullshit, y'all. Get over it. Like, she can go to the mainland. She does not have to be in Hawaii to get a degree in marine biology just because she's surrounded by it in that environment. Like, what are we doing, y'all? My fifth and final point about the ending of this movie. If you're making content about how you hate that Nani gave up Lilo and that you hate the end of this movie, but you haven't seen the movie yet, why are you fucking making content? You're only feeding to the unfounded hate of this movie because people are getting very biased. Again, the original movie is fantastic. It's my favorite Disney movie of all time. But they're expecting the same story. So when that changes, it deviates. They're getting pissed off. And then you, the viewer, sees this. You're like, oh, wow, that pisses me off. Let me hop online and say why I hate this movie too. Like, people I actually support in this community. Swell Entertainment, for example, she made a video about how she hates the ending of Lilo and Stitch, the live action, because she heard it online, and now she's never going to see the movie. But, like, she's not seeing the movie to get the information about why the ending is this ending. And I like Swell Entertainment. I like the amount of work they put into their stuff. It's just like, why are we hating to hate? That's really all I have to say about the ending of the Lilo and Stitch movie. I think it works really well for the story that we are trying to tell in this movie. That Ohana is much more broader than your specific blood family. I would even say in the original movie that Ohana has a much broader value to it because Stitch isn't blood related to Nani and Lilo, but he still considers them his Ohana. So Pleakley, Jumba, even though Jumba made him, but like, yeah, like my issues with this movie, again, I give it an 8 out of 10, are things that aren't related to this ending. It's just the pacing, the music, like the score of the movie isn't as good as the original. Some of the jokes don't work. Jumba's voice, for example, I don't like Jumba's voice, though I do like how Jumba fits into this movie as a villain. So, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. I really like this movie. I kind of really want to go rewatch it. I'm just happy that I got to experience a Lilo and Stitch movie in theaters. It may not have been the best one. I wish I could have gotten to see the original animation in theaters, but I will take what I can get. I had a great time, and that's going to be the end of this video.